everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with B. If you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you, and if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. So I'm doing a voiceover on this one just because I was down at the shop whenever I recorded it, so I needed to be able, I couldn't exactly record my full video down there, but I wanted to show y'all the kit up on this particular painting. This is the horse from Hobby Lobby. Isn't it just adorable? I think I missed the part where I showed y'all the picture. I'm sure I'll show it to you more again, but all I'm doing here is I am kitting this up. And while I was kitting it up, I thought that I would answer a few of y'all's comments that y'all have left on my YouTube videos. Right now I have not received any new emails with pets to add to the pet parade, so if y'all have any of those, go ahead and please send those to me and I'll add those in my next coffee chat and whip. But let's see, I've got to find what I'm looking for on here. Here it is. Okay, so let's see, which one are we going to do? Okay, on my Diamond Dots unboxing, and this was whenever I unboxed, which one did I unbox? I don't remember. But anyway, these were both unboxings. One of them was from Walmart, one of them was from Hobby Lobby, and I love Diamond Dots. But anyway, Granny said, very nice purchase. Loving all the Diamond Dots. I am as well. Absolutely love all of my Diamond Dots so far. I haven't had any issues out of them. But yeah, I was unboxing those. Thank you so much for that, Granny. I will answer the comment here in just a little bit, but thank you so much. Okay, and then what is the next one? Coffee Chat and Whip 107, which this is where I was telling y'all about Remy and the asthma attack that she had. And Granny said, hugs to your granddaughter. Thank you so much. She is doing so much better now. So much better. And I am just so relieved for that. I'm trying to type on here too so that I can answer this. Sorry about that. I did reduce the volume on the actual crinkling of the bags and stuff, so y'all didn't have to hear all that. But it's absolutely, she's doing a lot better. Okay, and then the next one was from Margie, and this is from a while ago. This one was on my Rainbow Rain Lady Girl. I don't know what to call this canvas. I've went back and forth on the name, so if y'all have a good name for it, please let me know. But it says, such a pretty canvas. Is that plastic the actual cover sheet? Thanks for sharing and hugs. Yes, the plastic that is over it is the actual cover sheet, and I showed y'all on the Pink Horse unboxing how to get that off a little bit easier, which it works out a lot better on that one. But yes, it is the cover sheet. And if I find one of these diamond dots that, not diamond dots, one of the Hobby Lobby ones that I could live with if I messed it up, somebody on Granny's video, I believe it was yesterday, asked if there was a way that you could take the staples out of that and just make it into a regular canvas. And I actually think that that would be possible, because I do not actually think that they are attached to the, or glued to the board. But if I will look at the ones that I have, and if there is one that I could live with if I messed it up a little bit, I'll try to take the staples out. And I'm sure even if it is glued, I can just put the staples back in. I do have a staple gun, so I don't think it would be that hard to do. So anyway, that is something that I have decided I'm going to do on one of my next videos, just because of that question on Granny's video. Okay, Beth 112453. I agree they should come up with a better way for the cover sheet. Bought quite a few of those canvases, but not that one. I'm trying to read this. Our store hardly has anything now. Hope they'll get more in. Thanks for sharing and have a great weekend. I hope that they restock it as well. Friday, I might go by Hobby Lobby and check to see if they've restocked at mine. I only go up that way once a week, so we will check and see. Okay, and then Margie, wow, first row done. Awesome work. Love the colors already. Thanks for sharing and hugs. And this was on my woodland panorama. I've actually now, since this comment, and I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to answer these, but this one I've actually got 3 rows of it done so far. I've got about a foot of the entire canvas done, which I think is a good accomplishment on it so far, considering that I work on other paintings as well as that one. So I'm actually really happy with that. Okay, and then let's see. Let's go to this tab so I can go in here. Oops, wrong button. Not the one that I wanted. I wanted to do view all the comments. Okay, and then on that same one, the Coffee Chat and WIP Woodland Panorama 106, really digging the comment here. That was from Scully Pop. And I don't have it with me. There was a comment that I answered, but I wanted to show y'all on the video. So hold on just a second. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look in here because I think I wrote it down in my planner. Jules Lorraine, hello, just wondering how you decide to work on WIPs. How many WIPs do you usually have ready to work on? This canvas looks really nice. Are you going to keep working on this canvas? Have a great day. And that was on my Coffee Chat and WIP Live that I was working on Springtime Cottage. Yes, I am going to continue working on that, probably on my lives each Saturday. That will be the one that I work on. because I really do want to get that one done. I've had it going for so long and I took a long break from it. So I really do plan on getting started on that one. Whenever I choose a WIP to work on, it's basically just whatever mood I'm in to work on. Sometimes I want a painting with all the colorful, as bright of colors as I have going at that time. It just makes me happy to see all those colors. Like this particular pink horse. I keep trying to call it a unicorn, but it's not a unicorn. But anyway, whenever I want something bright and pretty to work on, I might work on that one, or I might work on the flower part of Woodland Panorama, or the cottage one that I did in the Saturday Coffee Chat and WIP Live. And then if I am in my car, and that's another thing that does depend on what I work on. If I'm in my car, I always have smaller canvases with me, and that's what I really like about these paintings on the canvases, because I love taking these with me to the point that whenever I get some smaller canvases, I might try to find some of these canvas boards and put them on it to work on. Maybe not quite as many staples as these have, but kind of wrap the canvas around it for whenever I'm working on it in the car, because it works really well propping it up on my steering wheel table up against the steering wheel. It works really, really well to be able to work on it like that. So if I decide to do something like that in the future, I will show y'all, but whenever I'm in the car, it's always a smaller canvas, but it's still the same way. If I want a bunch of color, I might work on the pink horse. If I want a little bit of a darker painting, even though it does still have a lot of color in it, I might work on the rainbow lady. It just really depends on what I'm working on. Okay, Diamond Dots unboxing from Walmart and Hobby Lobby. That's the other one that I unboxed. The bear from Sheena Pack. I could not remember for the life of me. I love that one. I have the bear. Love it. This is from Julie. I have the Blue Lynx one from Sheena Pack too, but it is the DAC version, so a bit bigger. It's hopefully on the list to get done this year. Thanks for sharing. I love a lot of Sheena Pack's artwork. I think that she might have done the purple tiger that I did a while back. It's been a long while. But she also has like Butterfly Collector Brielle. I think that's Sheena Pack. Java Joanna. There is a whole series of those paintings, and I've got several of them that were done by Craftably. I really want to get some of those done as well. But Sheena Pack is a great artist. I love her work. And I hope to see that Lynx one, because that's one that I do not have. But I would really love to see it done. Okay, and I believe that's all the comments I wrote in on here, because there are certain comments that I want to answer right away, and that was a few of them, but I also wanted to answer them on one of my Coffee Chat and WIPs. So let's go on to the next one. This is on my Coffee Chat and WIP 106 Diamond Painting Woodland Panorama. Oh, I already answered that one. How did I go back? Maybe because... Is that all the comments I have? I thought that I actually had more comments than that, and we are only 15 minutes into this kit up, which I believe it's about 25 minutes long, which is fine. Anyway, I figure I will just go ahead and chat for a few more minutes on this. While y'all are seeing me kit up that, I'm actually working on my Rainbow Lady Girl just for a few minutes because I wanted to try to work on this a little bit. I haven't worked on it since the week before last, whenever I actually kitted this one up. So let's go ahead and get the twos out to work on it. But anyway, this weekend at work, I could not wait for this weekend at work to be over with. Saturday, whenever I got to work and we started checking in drivers at work, it was like my second and third driver that I had come in, and one of them was going to door 217. Okay, fine. Well, then the very next driver that I get was going to door 217. And it's like, wait a second, that's not right. We can't have two drivers same round going to the same door. So I start looking at their stickers, and I notice they're the same type of product. And what the gate had done is they had thought that they gated the second one in, but they actually just reprinted the tag on it by accident. So it had all the same information on it. And then the other one wasn't even gated in yet. So that was a fun thing to try to figure out while on my second and third truck of the night. But eventually we did get it figured out. Got everything changed. Got everything received. But it did take me a little bit to get those few trucks out. Try to figure out what went where and all that. Because whenever that happens, we have to... Because they were both gated in. They were switched. As far as whenever they were gated in by the truck number and everything. So I had to go in and edit all that. But it turned out okay. Everything got received. It was all good. And then we've just had... There was a few other things that happened Saturday. I was just so ready for that day to be over with. And then on that particular day, it actually took longer to get all of the lives in. So I didn't get home till, I believe it was 12:30 or 1 o'clock from work. So it was a longer day than normal. But it was a very long weekend. And then other things happened throughout the weekend. Nothing really interesting, but just our typical thing. We have the drivers on dry come in way early, and they go ahead and let them get in the doors and be ready. But they tell them not to come up to the office till an hour before their appointment. Well, they don't even start unloading on that side till later than they do the perishable side. So we have them, after they've gotten there, some of them go ahead and come up to the office. I go ahead and check them in anyway. And most of the time I try to tell them that, hey, your appointment isn't till 3:30. You're here very early. They don't even start till then. So just be aware of that. Well, sometimes I forget to tell them that. And I'll have drivers come back in a couple hours. And they will say, well, I've got a green light. My paperwork's ready. No, they have not even started yet. So, just a typical weekend. It wasn't anything spectacular, but it's like we had a lot of little things like that happen all weekend long. What else was there to tell you? Oh, my son actually took a picture of this, which he's gonna send to me, right?
A picture of what?
Stardust.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
But anyway, the other day whenever we were bringing in groceries, I think it was Josh that brought in the toilet paper. I'm not sure who did. And I might have told y'all about this on the live, but I think it's just so hilarious. But anyway, whoever brought in the toilet paper set it down in our black kitchen chair. Black cat, black kitchen chair. You get the idea. Anyway, just set it down there, and Josh comes in and he looks at it. Looks there and starts kind of laughing, and I'm like, what? So I look down, and he says, look under the toilet paper. Apparently, we had set the toilet paper on top of Stardust, and she was just sitting there looking up like at us like, what are you doing? She wasn't moving or anything. Just, what did you do that for? And she stayed there a good probably 10 minutes until she decided she'd had enough of that toilet paper sitting on her.
It is a bit blurry, though.
He said it was a bit blurry, but he's sending it. I'll try to see if I can pop it up on this video here in a minute. But anyway, we are almost out of time on this voiceover. I've only got a few minutes left on this video. And I have started working on this pink horse a little bit already. And I really do like it, but there are a few symbols that are hard to read, and the main one that I've found so far is the letter A. Now, I'm not sure if it's blurry to everybody else. I don't think it is, because I can zoom in with my phone and it looks like it isn't blurry. But it's a little hard to read without a lightpad. On that particular one, the letter A. But I haven't found too many like that, and I've only got a very small portion of it done. I've been working on it during my lunches at work, which the first 15 minutes is eating. The last 15 minutes I get that out and diamond paint a little bit. So you can imagine. 3 days of working on it, I've only got like a little corner, not even a full square of it done. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go here. Everyone, I hope y'all have a wonderful week. And see, isn't that just gorgeous? I love that diamond painting. I love the way it looks. I can't wait to see it finished. But anyway, everyone take care. I will see you next time. If you don't mind, hit that like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Bye.